When my son looked at me with eyes I had once kissed goodnight and said, "You were never my real mother," something inside me didn't break. It shattered silently. I didn't shout. I didn't fall to my knees. I just stood there with a half-folded dish towel in my hand and felt 30 years of motherhood slip through my fingers like warm water turning cold. He walked away with his wife and my grandson, and I watched the door close softly, the kind of soft that hurts more than a slam. People think stories end like this, with a goodbye, with a door shutting, but stories like mine don't end. They ache, they echo, they wait. And now,
My name is Ruth. I didn't become a mother because I gave birth. I became a mother because a 6-year-old boy silently placed his broken heart in my hands and hoped I wouldn't drop it. The night Daniel came into my life, he was asleep on Thomas's shoulder, thin arms hanging limp, shoes dangling. Thomas looked tired, but the boy looked empty. I tucked him into the spare bed. His cheek was warm, his breath shaky. I whispered, "I'm here now." He didn't hear me, but his little body softened as if some part of him wanted it to be true. From that night on, I learned motherhood in the quiet ways, the way he wanted his pancakes cut into squares, the way he needed someone to sit outside the bathroom while he showered because the house sounds too big, the way he hid his drawings under his pillow because he was scared they'd disappear like his mother had. He didn't choose me all at once. He chose me slowly, piece by fragile piece. First Ruth, then Ruthie, then one day, without thinking, Mom, and he froze in terror. I touched his cheek and whispered, "Sweetheart, you can call me whatever your heart needs." He cried. I held him, and that was the beginning of everything that mattered.
our home wasn't perfect, but it was warm, full, loud with laughter and burnt toast and projects Thomas never finished. Daniel grew tall, quiet like his father, but with my humor and my stubbornness. He danced with me in the kitchen when he thought no one was watching. He asked me to sign his permission slips, even though I wasn't on any official form. He told his teachers, "My mom will come," and I did, every time. When he met Sarah, I saw something shift, a longing for a life that wasn't just built on our small house and our routines. I welcomed her. I baked her lemon cake. I helped plan their backyard wedding. I pinned his boutonniere while he whispered, "Don't cry, Mom." And when James was born, when that baby wrapped his entire hand around my finger, I knew love could grow even when hearts were tired. But love can be fragile, and mine was about to be tested in ways I never imagined.
It started small, tiny cracks that felt like misunderstandings. Don't give him juice after 6. Don't let him nap too long. Don't use that blanket. It's not his routine. At first, I swallowed it because new mothers are nervous, because I didn't want to lose what I had spent years building. But the distance grew, not suddenly, but like a slow tide pulling memories out to sea. Photos without me, holidays without an invitation, phone calls unanswered until the next morning, Daniel's voice getting shorter, softer, more afraid. Then the birth certificate, her name, not mine. I told myself it didn't matter, but it did. Oh, it did. And when Thomas died and Daniel didn't say my name in his speech, I realized grief can make even the strongest bonds brittle.
The day everything broke, the sky was the color of old bruises. I walked into their home with tomatoes from my garden, the ones James loved with salt. I heard them before they heard me. "She's not his grandmother, Daniel. She raised me," he said weakly. "She raised a version of you. But James has a real grandma coming." The word real cut deeper than any knife. I stepped forward, setting the basket down. Tomatoes rolled across the counter like little red heartbeats. James ran to me. "Grandma!" I held him tight, too tight. Daniel wouldn't meet my eyes. Sarah stood like a wall between us. Then he said it, quiet, shaking, cowardly. "I think we need space. You're not really..." I raised a hand. "No, don't finish that sentence.
sentence, but he did, with his silence, with the way he looked away, with the way Sarah touched his arm as if claiming him. He didn't say the words out loud, but I heard them anyway. Weeks passed like years. I stopped baking. The roses died. The porch swing stayed still. I kept expecting Daniel to knock. He didn't. I kept hoping James would run into my arms again. He didn't. The silence wasn't quiet. It roared. It clawed. It stripped away pieces of me until only memory remained. And then, on a soft Tuesday morning that smelled like dust and rain, the doorbell rang. Daniel, thinner, shaking, eyes red. "Mom?" His voice cracked on that word. "Can I come in?" We sat at the old kitchen table, the one his little hands once hammered crooked nails into. He tried to speak, failed, tried again. Sarah left. A long pause. She took James. I felt my heart fall and settle somewhere far, far below. He whispered, "I was wrong about everything, about you, about what being a mother means." Tears slid down his face and dripped onto the table, the same way they had when he was 10 and lost his first tooth. "I miss you," he whispered. "And James, he keeps asking, where's Gamma?" I reached out, held his shaking hands. "There's nothing to forgive," I said softly. "There's just starting again." The next day, James ran into my arms with the force of all the years we lost. I lifted him, held him, buried my face in his hair, and breathed in everything I thought I'd never get back. Daniel watched us, hope flickering in his tired eyes. We planted new roses. James drowned them with water. We laughed as the hose sprayed us. And for the first time in a long time, the house felt alive again. Love isn't blood. Love is choice. Love is showing up again, even after the world tells you that you don't matter. And tomorrow, when my grandson runs through my door yelling, "Gamma!" I'll know one thing for certain. I didn't lose him. I just had to wait for him to find his way back home.